Hey guys, I'm here with another video. This time I want to talk about how I like to eat my natto. Natto is fermented beans. It's a Japanese dish that's favorite with many Japanese people. It comes in generally it looks like this. It's just a bunch of styrofoam containers. Here, I'll open it up so you can take a look. So I got one of these containers. And inside is it's a mustard packet. This is Japanese mustard. It's spicy. And then there's natto. And it looks like this. Okay, first things first. I covered this in a previous video where I have these old green onions. And I talk about how I make them great again. Like some world leader that I should not name. So I'm just gonna prepare my green onions first. And yeah, so just take a little time. I'm just pruning and peeling and making these green onions wonderful. If you're curious about the specifics on how I do this, please watch my how-to on green onions. Okay, so I'm just gonna chop, chop, chop. When you do this, you want to be careful not to chop your fingers. That would be very painful and not very nice. So, the gist of it is I just get the green onions. After I chop it, I put it in a bowl, and then I fill it with water to let it soak. And this soaking allows the green onions to slowly get clean. So I get these tomatoes. I like to cut them up because they go really well with the natto for some reason. If you do not know, natto is generally kind of slimy. And then when you add some sliced tomatoes to it, it gets even slimier. I like to keep it separate though, so you don't have... I like to combine the tomatoes in my mouth with the natto to have the sliminess together. And once again, you want to be very careful not to cut yourself in doing this, especially if your knife is sharp. This knife was a little dull, so it's probably not as bad. If you're someone that regularly sharpens your knives, it can be a little dangerous too if you're not careful. I like to make them into bite-sized pieces, which is just slicing them in half after cutting them into wedges and just chopping them up over and over and over again. Alright, don't need that. Alright, so I just put all these tomatoes onto a plate. I like to spread them out so that I can salt them. I like to have my tomatoes salted. I used to use regular salt, but lately I've been using Himalayan sea salt. I like to put them sort of on their, not skin side up, because the salt would just bounce off the skin. Alright, so once you get the tomatoes on a plate, you just gotta get some of this salt. This is what I like to do. Some Himalayan sea salt, or Himalayan pink salt, and salt my tomatoes. I like to have salt, a bit of salt, so I just make it a little salty there. And then, gotta take out the natto out of the boxes. So I just gotta remove this. This is kind of a icky process usually. If you get your fingers on the other side of this plastic, it's just really slimy. I like to open them all, take out the mustard packet, remove this plastic film. Yeah. And then just get a fork. Or you can use chopsticks, but I find using a fork is easiest. You just use a fork. And then it's very shrinky. Like how do I say it? It's like almost like someone sneezed into this box. So you just gotta. So what I like to do to combat all this shrinkiness is I wrap it around the box a few times. That way I don't have a shrinky mess all over my counter. Then one more box. You don't have to eat this much natto at one time. This is what I like to do because natto is good for you. Not that great if you eat as much sodium as I do, probably, if you have some kind of, if you have like high blood pressure or something. And you get some seaweed. These are just sushi nori seaweed. So, get out 2 sheets. This is just dry roasted seaweed. Yeah, 2 sheets here. I like to, if you want it to be nicer, you can use a pair of kitchen shears and slice this. But I just use my fingers and tear it up into little pieces and just drop it on top of the natto, like this. But if you want it to be a nicer presentation, you probably want to just cut it up with the scissors into small pieces. That way it won't look so rough looking. And then time to drain these green onions. And with the magic of YouTube or video, they're magically drained in just an instant, but it took me like 15 seconds to actually drain this. Alright. Let me rinse my fingers off. So I'll do about 15 grams of shoyu with this. It's a healthy amount of soy sauce. There we go. And finally, rice. Okay, so we're not quite done yet. Gotta put these little mustard packets on top. I just like to drizzle it on there. Just get. You gotta remember that this is spicy. Not super spicy, not like ghost pepper spicy, but it gives it a nice little kick. Maybe slightly less spicy than wasabi, you know, that green Japanese mustard. This is not quite as bad as that. And there we go, it's ready. So here's the meal. It is got the tomato, steamed white rice, and the natto dish. The natto. You can see all the beans under there. And of course, just plain old white rice. Looks like that. And tomatoes with Himalayan pink salt. Alright, so I got my natto here. Looks like that. Put a tomato in my mouth. And rice. Ooey gooey. Not sure how to describe this. See, when I was a little kid, I used to eat this and been eating it all my life, so I'm used to the way this tastes, and I think it tastes amazing. Well, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see, just help me grow my channel and follow my content. And I'll see you in the next video.